Hello, and welcome back to another video with AndriaSimmons on Luminous's Intuitive Talks podcast, brought to you by Luminous's Divine Healings. So I have another video for you guys today. We're going to go ahead and just jump right into it. So I am going to be discussing generational curse breaking, what it means, the purpose of it, and who should be doing the generational curse breaking. So let's go ahead and tap right into this video where we receive divine messages, warnings, advice, things we'd like to hear, and things we'd rather not. So let me go ahead and jump into the discussion. Alright, so generational curse breaking is basically when we are supposed to be, breaking the cycles of dysfunctional families. We're supposed to be breaking toxic cycles. We're supposed to be basically breaking the cycles of trauma, breaking the cycles of pain, breaking the cycles of addiction, all of those things, etc., etc., etc. Just anything that is toxic and that is not meant for the best of us and our good, or our future, or our children, our future children, whatso have you. Okay, so that's what generational curse breaking is. Now, the reason for generational curse breaking, well, it's pretty simple. So we can break toxic cycles, so that we don't continue to keep passing down toxicity, so we don't keep continuing to pass down trauma, pain, heartache, just like I said, dysfunctional situations. Now, the question is, who should be doing the generational curse breaking? Well, to be honest, all of us in this present moment. Anybody and everybody who has had any kind of, toxicity within their lives, within childhood or even adulthood. Most of the time, childhood trauma is referred to trauma and dysfunction that you have experienced as a child. But in reality, it can be for childhood trauma as well as adulthood. Childhood trauma could be you healing your inner child. Childhood trauma could be you, when you're healing it, it could be you, healing from things that you have experienced as a child as well as an adult. So it can be either or. So again, who should be doing the generational curse breaking? In reality, all of us should be. Because even if you had a good childhood coming up, trust and believe, growing up and coming into this world, you're going to experience all kinds of people. And when I say all kinds of people, that's including the nut jobs, the abusers, mentally, physically, emotionally. There's narcissists out here. There's people with narcissistic tendencies. There's all kinds of different, experiences that we all go through throughout our lifetime. And it doesn't always have to start as a child. It could stem as a child, but as I've said, growing up, the more you get to know people, the more life you get to experience, you get to see that people aren't as great as we thought they would be. Because as a kid, you grow up thinking everybody's sweet, nice, friendly, cool, fun, whatever. And then the older you get, you start to see people's true colors. You start to see people's true intentions. Because as a child, we start off innocent, right? But the older you get, people start to learn how to manipulate each other. People start to learn how to, be a certain way nowadays. Like I said, people learn how to manipulate each other in different ways. People use each other nowadays, especially when it comes to like relationships and things like that. Nowadays, there's not really many genuine people or people with good intentions out there. It's sad, but it's the truth. Because nowadays, a lot of people aren't looking for love. Nowadays, a lot of people aren't looking for genuine people. Nowadays, people want lies. People want illusions. People want confusion, dysfunction, drama, chaos, and everything up under the sun that's not good for them. And, it's just the way it is. You have some people, out there that's trying to heal it and help break generational curses. You have people out there like me that try to do their best to help guide others, out of chaos and dysfunction and stuff like that. But, it is what it is. You got some people that are going to, listen and take heed of the warnings and take the advice and stuff like that. Then you got the people that's just going to be stuck in their ways. You got the people that's just going to do what they want to do. And then when all hell breaks loose, they're crying, they're pleading to God and all this stuff like that when they've been warned. And, you try to help them and stuff. But you could bring the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. Y'all know that saying. And, you cannot... you can't force things on people. They have to have that choice and, that mind to want to do better and be better. But we as people nowadays, we should be out here trying to, break these curses, break these ways of being, these toxic ways of being, okay? And I'm not talking about us as in like how we were in freaking school and high school and stuff like that. Those are the periods where we live and we learn. Those are the periods where we're gonna do dumb stuff. Those are the periods where we're gonna be childish and immature and, of course. But as adults, there is a time where you should refrain from stupidity and ignorance. It's just a certain time where we have to grow up and be mature, especially if we have children out here. It's like you got kids out here, it's time to be an example to these children, especially, the older they get, they watch us, they see what we do, they see how we what we accept, they see what we do, they see what we engage in, they see who we engage with. And you can try to hide it and try to keep it away from them, but it's something that they will see. It's still something that they would be around to witness. So you got to be careful when it comes to those things. It just is what it is. So, we got to try to do better and be better as people, especially to the youth, our future generation, the generations that's going to be in charge next. Because if we continue to dwell in chaos, then, they're going to grow up in chaos, and then they're going to be chaotic people, and then, destruction and just chaos will break loose all over the place. And it's already terrible. The world has gone to shit. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. People don't care out here nowadays. People do not have integrity. People do not have morals. People do not care. It's just about what they can get, how they can come up, how they can be famous, how they could be the next best, whatever the crap. Just temporary stuff that just don't matter. Stuff that just don't, it don't hold weight. But that's just how it is out here. Give me 1 second. Alright, sorry you guys. I am back. So, as I was saying, we just have to do our best to break these generational curses. We have to do our best to just be the best examples we could be. Role models, how they say. Bless you, baby. So, we got to be role models. We have to, just teach our children what's okay and what's not. We can't, because if we let our children do anything and be any kind of way, guess what? That would be us failing them as parents. That would be us failing them in this world. Because you don't want them to grow up being crash outs. You don't want them to grow up being ignorant. You don't want your child to grow up, just doing stupid stuff. Because, we've been there, we've done that. We already know the game. And, when we were kids, we didn't really want to listen to our parents. We didn't want to hear nothing they had to say. We wanted to do what we wanted to do and, be hard-headed. But guess what? We learned lessons, didn't we? Because, after we did the things that we weren't supposed to do, guess what? We had consequences come behind it, didn't we? There was one thing that I know for sure that parents always told us, as kids growing up, everybody's not your friend. I even tell my daughter that now. It's like, everybody is not your friend, honey. Those are associates. Those are people that, you're going to see and have to deal with every day, but they're not your friends. Trust me. You might have 1 or 2 people that will be your friends growing up, all the way to your adults, but trust and believe, 90% of them, they are not your friends, okay? At the end of the day, because we see it all the time out here on the news. We see all this drama and stuff that be on these Facebook lives and all over the dang internet. People acting a fool, friends betraying each other, friends sleeping with each other's people, friends beating each other up, people killing each other out here. Even when it comes to relationships, the couples that are toxic and stuff like that. Then you got the ones that want to break free from the toxicity, and then you still got the toxic ones who's all like, if I can't have you, nobody else can. And they go and fuck around and, excuse my language, go around, they end up taking, the person's life over because they can't heal, because they're insecure. They don't want them moving on to the next person and stuff. That's selfish, that stuff like that. It's like, you're either going to be in this toxic relationship with me, or we both going to go, or you're going to go, one or the other, just nutcase stuff, just drama, just chaos. And it's just, like I said, and some of that stems from how people are raised or what people have witnessed themselves growing up. That's what that stuff comes from, and it's like, some people seen their parents in toxic relationships. They grow up doing the same way, acting the same way, or you have the absent parent to where that leaves issues and trauma and stuff like that, to where it's a one parent household, and just it's not a balance there, okay? And we need masculine and feminine energies. We need them both, because whether you guys know it or not, masculinity and femininity is in everybody. Everybody has a masculine side. What, boy? Hold on. As I was saying, these kids, oh my god. But yeah, we have masculinity and femininity to balance us out. You need that yin and that yang. You need both. Masculinity is not just male energy. Femininity is not just feminine energy. It is whatever energy you're in at the time. If you are nurturing, you're loving, you're caring, you have a lot of empathy, you're very empathetic, and you're a very emotional person. You're a person who thrives mostly out of your feminine side. You have more femininity than you do masculinity. If you are, you're like a breadwinner, you don't take no crap, you're holding down the household, you don't play no games, you're standing on business, you can be a bossy or mean type of person, or you don't even have to be a mean person. You could just be a person who stands 10 toes on business. You don't play no games, and you have that rough mentality to you and stuff like that. It could be that you are mostly thriving out of your masculine side. So like I said, everybody has masculinity and femininity. That is why I don't a lot of people wanted me to start doing like tarot and stuff like that again, and pulling like my oracle cards and stuff like that. But I was like, no, I don't want to do, deal with the sign stuff anymore. I don't want to do the oracle stuff like that. Oracles, that's fine, but I just mostly wanted to do mostly the healing and the teaching and the helping people with just everyday lives. I don't really care what sign you are. I don't care about none of that, because all of us, we all have the same kinds of energies that are going on within us. If you notice and listen to a lot of like tarot readings and stuff like that, you'll hear the same stories, the same situations and stuff like that going on, because energy is fluid. Everybody's going through it. Everybody goes through it, either past energy, present energy, or future energy. So either way, everybody either has gone through it, been through it, or is gonna go through it. So it really doesn't matter. I don't care for that anymore. So that's why I'm not doing the tarot stuff like that and whatever anymore. Plus I don't got time for the people that's all like, oh, that's demonic, it's like, it's astrology, people. We all have those energies. We all are going through those things. I mean, all tarot does is give you a deeper look in people's lives. It shows you how people are. It shows you, people's intentions. It shows people's energies. It just shows, what's going on in real time and in real life. And the only thing that's demonic is the people in those toxic energies, to be honest. Yeah, they're all like, oh, you're speaking of whatever. If you have a gift that God gave you and you can receive those downloads and stuff like that, what's demonic about it? If God gave you that gift, then that's your gift. Just because you don't understand it or know what to do with it doesn't make it demonic. People love to call things that they don't understand evil, and that's just how people are. But when you think about it, I ain't even gonna get into the spiritual and the religion stuff. I'm just not, because even religion people, a lot of them people are full of SHI. You already know, because they'll be sitting there scripturing here and there and here, all this, and doing everything under the sun,
including what God said not to do.
So let's just be real with ourselves, okay? You got there's so many dang church, I ain't gonna say it, so many religious people who out there gossip like a mother. You got people who out there who bear false witness like a mother. They sit there and spread gossip about stuff they haven't even witnessed with their own eyes or heard with their own ears. They weren't there. They just heard, oh, Barbara Jean said that they were doing this and that. It's like, shut up. You don't know what the heck happened. You clearly just said Barbara Jean said. You weren't there, so why are you putting your mouth on it? It's crazy out here, but I ain't gonna get into that because I don't want people to get in their feelings. You know how people are. Then I'm gonna have people trying to bash me and whatever because I'm telling the truth. But you know, people like lies. People like to be, you know, they like deception and to be clueless and act like they don't know what's going on. But we know what's going on. But, you know, it's time for us to grow up. It's time for us to break these generational curses. It's time for us to just do the right things by each other. It's time for us to just, you know, love each other, spread love. You know, the whole purpose of us all being here is to make this world a better place, to heal, help each other to heal, to help us heal our world again, to help each other. You know, that people that are in need, for the people who can help. That is what the real mission and the goal should be out here. But, you know, nowadays people are all about bringing each other down. People are all about, you know, hurting each other. You know, just trying to step on each other's toes and all that crazy stuff. That just, it's ridiculous. And it's like, that's why I really don't like to be involved with a lot of people, because it's always drama and chaos involved. It's like people don't know how to just support each other, love each other, be there for each other, help each other out, encourage each other, you know, especially when it comes to certain races and stuff like that. You know, certain races don't like to support their own race. You know, they rather go against it, be envious of it, try to tear each other down, try to just, you know. But that's why, you know, it's so much going on in the world nowadays, because everybody is against each other rather than coming together for a bigger and a better cause. But you can't force nobody to do nothing. And I'm not going to be the one to be here to do that, because in reality, I don't care. I don't care. It's people's lives. People are going to do what they want to do. People are going to, you know, people are going to cause whatever conflict and chaos that they cause. You know, it is what it is. It's just one of those things. But, you know, we can't be worried about it. All we got to do is be worried about ourselves. And if we're going to do right by people and, you know, do the right things, and then that's what's good, because God is going to take care of you. As long as you do right by people, as long as you keep being the best that you can be, you know, that's the thing. But I am going to go ahead and get up out of here, because my little rugrats are just loud and chaotic. Baby. A lot of people just loud. I mean, my baby's just loud and chaotic. They doing all kind of stuff. My son is using his pot. He's potty training. I got my baby over here. She's getting cranky, so I'm about to get ready to put them to bed. My other babies are just yelling and screaming, and they're playing, and they're being chaotic, and I'm not even gonna lie, it's getting a little bit of irritating. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here. I am going to do another video with you guys. It's probably gonna be, I'm gonna pick a subject from my book, What's This Mess? More like What's the Message? By me, AndriaSimmons. Okay, so I'm gonna pick a subject out of there for you guys, and I will do a video on that, and we can have a good discussion there. So thank you guys again for tuning in with AndriaSimmons, aka Luminous, on Luminous's Intuitive Talks podcast, brought to you by Luminous's Divine Healings. where we receive divine messages, warnings, advice, things we'd like to hear, and things we'd rather not. So, thank you guys again for tuning in to another episode, and I will catch you guys on the next episode, okay? All right. Bye. Take care. Love you guys as always.